I wanted to throw a quick video over here. I have fallen off the wagon in the past couple of weeks from my fitness journey, whatever the hell you want to call it. And the reason is something that happens every single time when you decide to get in shape. And it's probably happened to you too. So it's like for the past almost like 6 months straight from like June or like May, June up until I went to Thailand for vacation in the middle of last month in December. I was on a strict 1,800 calorie deficit, which I had later, gone down to like 1,650. I was lifting 3 times a week. I was doing 10,000 steps a day, all that stuff, and getting enough protein or whatever. And I was doing great, right? So I had gone down from like 112 kg. We're talking summer of the year before last, 2024, down from 112 kilograms. It's like, how many? Bro, 112 kg to LBS, how much is that? 247 pounds. It's like the heaviest I've ever been in my life. And I'd gone down from that down to, I'd hit like 88 kilograms, which is 194 pounds, which is it's still fat. But bro, that's 25 kg down. 25 kg, that's like 45 pounds, right? Anyway, point is, I went to Thailand for 3 weeks just to get the hell out of China because I haven't been anywhere in a long time. I haven't been out of the country, and it's not like it was the food there was like amazing. Like the food's good, yeah, it's nice, but it's not that special. It's a lot of fried stuff and whatever else, and. So my point is, it's not like the food was so amazing that I had this huge dopamine hit. It wasn't like, like a feast for the palate. Like Chinese food is a million times better and more varied. But the point, I think, was that the change that happened, like the environment, the movement, like everything just completely changed. So it was a huge pattern interrupt, right? And then I come back here and suddenly it's like, well, I got a little bit sick a couple days after. It's that time of the year, you get the flu, I had a bit of a fever or whatever. But the point is, like, I haven't been able to get back, on my good old chicken and rice. Like, I just can't, man. It's like, I try, but it's like my body and my mind are both just like, yeah, okay, enough of that. That was nice. We're not doing that anymore. And that's what happens. Every single time you get in shape, there's going to be some kind of major life pattern interrupted. And it doesn't have to be a trip. It could be like you get sick, right? You get the flu, like you're out like 5 days, that kind of thing. Or it could be, personal stuff. It could be drama, relationship drama or whatever else. And every time that happens, it's not like you can easily just flip a switch and be like, okay, well, let's get back to it now though, right? It's almost like a spell was broken. That's the weird thing. It feels like a spell was just like, it evaporated, and you're sitting there going like, what the hell, man? Why can't I get in this same, that same groove? Well, the way that I'm dealing with this is that, well, first of all, I'm not freaking quitting because we don't stop, but I have quit in the past, and other people I know, I've seen it happen to them. Usually the fitness arc, let's call it, happens in the summertime or in the spring, right? It coincides with the onset of warmer weather. And once September, October, November hits, that's usually when work gets busier, summer vacations end, that's when flu season comes, that's when there may be family or relationship stress because holidays come up, you interact, with people in your close circle more. And that has happened, and I've quit, and I've seen other people quit, not like on purpose, but it's like you just kind of fall out of that groove, and then, as they say, life takes over, which is bull, right? But that's the effect that we believe it has. Well, what I'm doing now is, first off, this is going to sound corny, but I'm just like, you know what, bro? I mean, to myself, it's all right. It's okay. Fuck it, whatever. You spend a week eating a bunch of crap. Like I've been on this Chinese, like the steamed bread rolls. They're so damn good, bro. And not even like the plain white ones. They got these ones that they make with they put like brown sugar in them. It's called Hongsi Mantou. Oh, man, it's so good. So I've just been like down in carb bombs. Like one of those little things is like, I put it on my Instagram. One of those little things is like over 200 calories. And I'm downing like, I'm like gobbling down like 4 or 5 a day. Anyway, so I said, it's okay, man. Whatever. I'm not gonna get mad at myself. Hopped on the scale the other day. I had gone from like 88 to like 92 kg. That's like 4 kg. It's not really 4 kg. It's stuff like sitting in there that hasn't been expelled or whatever. So, but it's probably like 2 kg that I've gained back. 2 kg. That's like over 4 pounds. Doesn't seem unrealistic. And normally I would have gotten so mad, bro, so mad. And also the winter is here, and I don't know, for me, the winter, man, I turn into a hermit. I don't want to go out. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to go to a gym and sweat, So I'm just going to tell myself, you know what? It's cool. I'm going to let it run its course. When I say let it run its course, I mean I'm going to keep stuff in my face. That's not what you should do. I'm just going to kind of like feel it out. Kind of pretend like my body and my mind are these like spoiled little kids. And right now they're throwing a bit of a tantrum. When a kid throws a tantrum, you don't try to slap his ass down. Well, you might. Some of them could use a good slapping, but the point is you kind of let it run out. You don't give it attention, right? And then it evaporates. So I'm just kind of trying to stay chill, feel it out. Tonight, it was like 6, 7 p.m. And that's like the prime time, like the prime window for self-sabotage, right? And I'm sitting there thinking like, man, I could grab the phone right now and order some freaking brown sugar steamed buns. And I wanted to do it so bad, man. And I grabbed the phone like a bunch of times, like a freaking addict goes for like like a cigarette. Even when they don't have cigarettes on them because they're trying to quit, they're just kind of instinctively like reaching in their pocket. And I'm like, bro, I've only been eating these a couple of days. What the hell's going on, right? And like I'm trying to tell myself, no. Just think about how you're gonna feel after you eat them. Like they do nothing for satiety. Satiety. They don't kill hunger. If anything, it keeps you in that hunger loop, right? They do absolutely nothing. And think about how you're gonna feel when summer comes around if you keep up with this theoretically, right? If you keep this trajectory, how are you gonna feel then? Like a loser. Then you're really gonna hate yourself. So I managed to step away from the siren's call, and instead I went to the kitchen and I binged on some freaking grapes, a banana, some pomelo, that fruit, like one slice, and a bunch of plain Greek yogurt. A good bunch of hearty spoonfuls, like the banana, Anyway, so added a couple hundred calories for sure, but man, that is so much better than 800, 1,000 or more on garbage. So at least, I got some clean carbs and I got a little bit of protein. So from tomorrow morning, because I've also been having the damn steamed buns for breakfast. Yeah, I know. So tomorrow morning, I'm just gonna front load with some protein. I'm gonna do like a scoop of my protein powder. Cause the more protein you eat, the more full you feel, right? So anyway, man, that's it. The point is, anytime you're doing something at all, but in the context of like getting fit, you're gonna be on your groove. Everything's gonna be great. You're gonna have that feeling like, I'm gonna do this forever, rest of my life. I'm gonna stay fit. And then something happens and you're just like, it all crumbles like a freaking bad game, like a bad move in Jenga. But if that happens, just tell yourself it's okay. It's all right. Don't try to brute force yourself into instant discipline the next day, but kind of feel it out, and little by little, start upping the resistance until you get back into your groove, and you will inevitably get back into your groove. What you don't want to do is use it as an excuse to give in to self-loathing and then say, well, you know what? Doesn't matter anyway. So that's what I wanted to share. Catch you next time. And we don't stop